Corteon, what's up, man?
What's up, James? How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just gonna try to talk about this without spoiling anything because man, it's
Ah,
it's gonna be a crazy ride here coming up. As a matter of fact, I want to talk about that for a second because Harold sent out a tweet after this week's episode,
yeah.
episode 5, and he said that this upcoming episode is a game changer. So I gotta ask
Yeah.
you, man, is episode 6 the biggest game changer of the series to date?
Oh, without a doubt, man. Like without a doubt. I mean, look, I keep I keep, in touch with the Reddit, with Twitter, with the cast, with some of my friends who are watching it. And the big thing that people keep saying is like episode 6, man. I hear episode 6 is gonna be crazy. And anything that anyone has heard so far is literally not even the tip of the iceberg. It is without a doubt, in my opinion, the craziest episode that we've shot out of both seasons. It's gonna be hard to beat.
So as we try to tread carefully here, not spoil anything, I got to ask you, just for you specifically, how difficult were these next couple of episodes actually for you to film specifically?
So for me in particular, they were really challenging. And once people see it, they'll really understand why. Um, it's a little scary for me to talk about, but man, look, I'll say this. I could not have been happier to have Jack Bender behind the camera and in the director's chair for 6 in particular, because it is just so much. It's so big and it's so important to the story of From. I think that's the big thing. Is as crazy as it is, and as much crazy shit goes on, it really is that episode that changes everything. So it was hard to to be able to live up to the writing and to be able to keep up with the stamina that people like Jack and Harold have. But I think we all pulled together, and I know I slept extra long every night.
I bet you did. How much of that did you know was coming as you're going into filming for this episode? Did you guys kind of have an idea of what was going on? Or is it one of those things
Nothing.
where, because I know you guys kind of get the scripts as you go. So was it kind of
Yeah.
a big surprise of, oh, so this is happening today?
Dude, I think we found out maybe like 2 days before we started shooting
Oh
episode
my
6.
gosh.
I think it was 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we started shooting 5 and 6 at the same time. Because we block shoot, right? So you do 2 episodes at a time every few weeks. And we got 5, which people have finally seen, which is a really great chance for us to kind of check in with all the characters,
Mhm.
especially now that Sarah's back in town. And we're all like, okay, so we kind of have our bearings now. We've checked in to see where everybody is. What the hell is going to happen at the second half of the season? And I think it was like 2 days before we went to camera on episode 6, we got the script. And I literally could not believe what I was reading. And I don't know if you've spoken to Ricky, but Ricky and I have this thing where every time a new episode comes out, he's one of my best friends. And every time a new episode comes out, we get together and we read it. And we were literally jumping around my apartment like, oh my God, are you fucking serious? Are you kidding me? This is crazy. It was just a shock. It was a shock to me. And I really know it's going to be a shock to the audience.
In more ways than one, for sure. But in all this
Oh, dude.
chaos, Corteon, we've
Oh,
got Ellis and Fatima. It's one of the few feel good stories that we actually have
yeah.
going on right
Thank
now. How
God.
special, man, is that relationship? And how the hell do you plan a wedding in this town?
Man, first of all, Pega is just such an astounding actor. And being able to work across her has been probably the greatest gift I've had since I joined the cast. Working with legends like Harold, working with, who's now one of my best friends, like I said, Ricky, that's all been great. But for me, the bread and butter has been working with someone who I personally am deeply in love with. And as you know, Ellis is just completely head over heels with. That relationship is really special to me. I think that is at its core, that is the heart of who this guy is. He's just in love, and he's trying to stay alive for that very reason. And I don't know, wedding planning is hard, man. I think we, maybe got Julie and Donna helping us arrange some things, getting some flowers from the garden, and it's nearly impossible, but I hope that they can figure a way to do it. I hope, you
You and
know
me both, man. You and
people have
me
got some
both.
speculations, and they don't think it's gonna go too well. So I guess they'll have to tune in to find out.
Yeah, we have to definitely wait and see for that. But we did,
Yeah.
like you said, get to see Sarah come back. And
Yep.
Ellis was actually one of the few people that knew before anyone else did that she
Yeah.
was back. So that's kind of because he backed his dad's play there. So how far do you think Boyd and Ellis will go to protect one another?
To protect one another, I think there's no end to their loyalty. There's no end to their love, especially on this new, relationship that the two of them are kind of still exploring. It's still really early. I mean, they've kind of had a rebirth and like a whole tread on what it means to be father and son, but also what that means in a place like this. So, when it comes to something like the tough decisions, like keeping Sarah a secret, although it pisses Ellis off, although Ellis is still so hurt because he is still hurt. He's still a kid and he still has no idea how to actually handle these emotions. But on top of all of that, or really underneath all of that, there's that thing you just have with the people that mean that much to you. So he just laid off, and yeah, we'll get into even some of that in episode 6, and yeah, it's a lot, man. 6, everything just comes back to 6.
It really
Everything
does. It
comes
really
back.
does. Really quickly before I let you go, one word to describe the vibe at Colony House right now.
Shit. It's fucked. Everything's fucked, man. It's just nuts. I mean, like just between Randall coming in and trying to fuck with our whole thing, and our fearless leader Donna seems to have some fear in her, and it's just shit. But it's still, in my opinion, the best place to live because at least houses aren't crashing down. So, yeah.
That is very true, but you guys will get to see it all when From is every Sunday is must watch on MGM Plus anyway. But this week especially, do not miss this. Watch it right when it comes out because it'll get spoiled for you for sure. Corteon Moore, man, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, brother.